Good morning, Magicals, and welcome to Saturday. Shit, I nearly said Sunday. I'm like, delusions of grandeur here that I can just shake time quickly and move it along. Okay, guys, so welcome back to our space. So glad to have you here. This morning's reading is an interesting one. Also, again, we're still in that beautiful, gentle, nurturing energy that we've been in for the last couple of days. I'm still loving the energy of this time and space. Don't forget, on the 21st, we have solstice. So for Northern Hemisphere, it's summer solstice. For winter, it's winter solstice. I mean, for winter, it's winter solstice. First word, sounds like. Okay, for the Southern Hemisphere, it's winter solstice. Let's try that one again. And then on the 26th, we have another super full moon. Yay, all this energy just flying around. But the good news is that sometime during this week, Mercury goes out of retrograde. I've just forgotten the date. I want to say the 23rd. But we have Jupiter going into retrograde on the 20th. Oh God, that's tomorrow. Oh dear. Okay, well, anyway, there's a whole lot happening this week. Right. So let's focus on today's energy. We've drawn, I drew 2 tarot cards to start the reading, okay? The first one that came up, such a beautiful card, the Four of Air. This is the Four of Swords in traditional tarot, okay? So this is a time of healing. It's speaking about a time of healing. Okay, so this is for those of you who feel like you're going into a space of healing, for those of you who are in a space of healing, and for those of you who are coming out of a space of healing, okay? Please honor this time. I'm hearing that it's very, very valuable time. Sometimes when we are pushed into doing things like in certain aspects of our healing, when things come up and we get triggered and we know that we need to deal with them, these are very often catalysts for massive changes and massive transformations. And I know we all get frustrated because we're like, oh, I've just done so much work on myself, or I've just dealt with this, and it's life, guys. That's what we're here for. This is our school planet. We're here to do the curriculum. Okay. So please honor this time. Listen to your soul. Listen to your body. I think we said this yesterday. We were looking at body being a temple. We're in preparation for today's reading. There we go. So prepare yourself because we're going into the space of healing if you are not in it already. Okay, for those of you coming out of it, good job. You're almost there. All right, so beautiful energy around that soft, gentle, nurturing energy. And then we have the Six of Swords. This is about moving away from difficult situations. Okay, so coming into calmer waters. In the traditional tarot, you see the ferryman ferrying a woman on a boat out of kind of choppy waters. Okay, now from this point of view, this is very much saying keep going with the healing. There are better times ahead. Okay, it feels like you guys are just almost there. It does feel for everybody like there's just something around the corner, and I'm not entirely sure what it is yet, but energetically it feels like there's something big around the corner. And I could be wrong. I think it's going to be different for everybody. I don't think that, I mean, we're all going to get some kind of like free hamper in our mail or something, but there's definitely a shift coming for everybody. There's just too much planetary and cosmic action for there not to be. There's too much shifting happen. There's too much 5D vibrations coming into the world and into our energetic fields for there not to be this shift. Okay, so beautiful energy, healing, and then moving out of choppy waters, moving out of difficult times. So then, of course, I asked, how do we do this? Because there's no bloody plan. They didn't send us down with a booklet or nothing. Right, so Air Guardian, shift your perspective. Hugely, hugely important advice, guys. Start looking at what is and not what you perceive to be. What we perceive to be is very often not really true or doesn't actually exist. It's normally stuff we create up in our heads. And trust me on this because I'm a master at that. If there was an Olympic team, I'd be captain. Right. So here's the thing with this. This is about taking a shift. Didn't we have an eagle in a couple of... We had a hawk in one of the readings talking about flying higher and seeing the bigger picture. And I think one of the cards actually came up. Was it yesterday that had bigger picture? Again, change your perspective. Spirit is repeating the message consistently here. Change your perspective. When you change your perspective, every single thing changes. Okay, it's about actually just going, you know what, maybe there is a different way. Maybe there's a way I'm not seeing. Maybe I'm putting too much of how I feel about something into a circumstance. There are a million different things that could change. So please, guys, really and truly look at changing your perspective on your circumstances, whatever it is that's making you feel out of place, or maybe you are trying too hard. Sometimes with a change of perspective, what we need to do is stop pushing our own agenda, take a step back, and let spirit show you what its agenda is, because that's really important too. They've got things planned that we can't even conceive of, like seriously. So maybe it's about taking a step back sometimes. Okay, right, I love this card with every fiber of my being. The Knight's Templar. The Knight, be brave and honest. Okay, so now here we're going, right? So we're changing our perspective, and in changing our perspective, we see things differently. When we start seeing things differently, we get to be honest about stuff, because now there's no illusion around what's going on. There's nothing there that's like, oh, well, well, maybe if, or maybe, and maybe if this happens, or, what if it means this, or there's clarity with that. There's clarity. When you start changing your perspective, and things start feeling like they're shifting within you, you get that chance to be honest. And here's this call to honesty now. Be honest with yourself. Where in your life are you not showing up for yourself? Where in your life are you ignoring stuff that needs to be healed? Because, of course, we've got this card here as well. Okay, what healing are you ignoring? What healing are you overly focusing on that maybe needs to just have a step away from and recalibrate? Okay, because maybe you're focusing on the wrong healing. Maybe that is actually healed, but you're not giving it a chance to recalibrate. After every part of healing, we have to spend some time letting our energy readjust and recalibrate. It's an absolute fact. So just be careful about not actually changing direction with that. And also a call to being brave here, because to be honest is to be brave, because at the end of the day, it takes balls to go, actually, hold on, I'm responsible for that. This is not a blame thing. I've said this in every reading I do where we speak about responsibility and blame. I'm not saying blame, I'm saying responsibility. I should have made different choices. I didn't. I've learned the lessons. I have gratitude for those lessons, but I'm still responsible for the outcome. Okay. So when you look at that kind of stuff, you are being called to a level of courage and bravery to do that. And to be honest, when honesty steps in, everything changes. Okay. So your perception, and changing your perception, you're then able to gain a bit of clarity, but then you need to be honest. You have to go, okay, well, this is not working, or that's not working, or this needs to be healed, or that needs to be stepped away from. Sometimes we also hold on to things because we're attached to them, thinking that they may change, it may get better, it may get this, it may get that, when actually what it needs to do is leave the room gracefully. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Right, oh, love this. And after this, once you've changed your perception and you've come up and you have decided to be brave and honest, you get to choose your path, the direction guardian. I mean, how beautiful are these cards? I just can't even. Oh gosh. I don't have favorites, by the way. Don't tell the other cards. Okay, so the direction guardian is saying to us that you can see there's a compass there, and north, south, east, and west are represented by the different animals. Here's the thing with this. This is about now saying, okay, you have to understand that we create our own destiny. So you cannot create a destiny when you don't know yourself. You cannot create a destiny when you don't know what is working for you or what's not working for you. Okay? You need to find these things out. And in order to do that, you need to do steps 1 and 2, right? So we're coming back to this. This is part of all of this, right? Once you've done this, then that stuff becomes clearer, because then you know what you want. You know what you don't want in your space. Even like when I got divorced, it was heinous. It was like one of the worst things in my life I've ever had to go through. But it really showed me what I don't want in my life anymore. Okay, it showed me the stuff that I took away from it that I do want, and the stuff that I really don't want in my life anymore. The stuff that I shouldn't have allowed, the stuff that I should have changed, the stuff that I should have stepped up and spoken out about, all of that kind of stuff. So I give huge gratitude for that when I think about my marriage. It's not like it's this massive trauma for me anymore, because I've done the healing. Okay, so, but it has allowed me to choose my path, because you cannot make decisions from places of uncertainty, illusion, and dishonesty. Okay, and I don't mean in terms of lies, but when you are not being authentic and honest with yourself and not making decisions that are good for you. All right, so a big one, guys, but really beautiful. I mean, you can't make this shit up, seriously. And then what happens in the end? Da, 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 da. Life purpose. Okay, so for those of you who are feeling a bit out of it and who are not really knowing where to go and how to do this is it. Right. Go through your time of healing. Understand that you will come out of it. You will come out of it. We all come out of it at some point. So you will come out of it. But then you need to tackle these 3. Okay, perception, bravery and honesty, and then you get to choose your path, which will lead you to your life purpose. Seriously, guys, what a beautiful reading this morning. What a beautiful way for Spirit to direct you to go. You're on the path, just keep going. They literally are giving you clues on how to get here. Okay, they've given you encouragement and that they're saying there is an end, right? You're coming out of stormy waters, it will happen, but they're also giving you the steps to take to do it and assuring you that if you take these steps, this will happen. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful energy today. God, what lovely energy today. I am wishing you the most spectacular Saturday. I hope that you guys do things that make your heart happy and fill you with so much joy and so much love. And I will see you tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, for your morning message. So have a beautiful, beautiful day. Sending you so much love as always, and I look forward to connecting with you tomorrow. Bye, guys.